It's Saturday. So I've been home about a week, and I was talking with Kati this morning and saying, yeah, it's like a week before I kind of transition back into being here. And so I'm feeling more here. And yet, part of being here now, excuse me, includes preparing for my knee surgery on Friday. And I have such, a real mishmash of thoughts and feelings. And yes, there is some practical things I need to do to prepare. When I get back from the hospital, I'm relatively sure a week from Tuesday. Um, I have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Kati comes on Friday night. So I have these 4 days of me being with me. Of course, I have friends and phone numbers and people I can call, um, and yeah, my intention is to have an interesting post-surgery experience here. Um, Today, I'm going to do a training that's familiar. Um, I did swimming, and I'm going to do some more swimming before my my procedure. And so, yes, these will look these look the same. Um, what I do today, in many ways, will look the same. And then after Friday, phew, who knows what the fuck this thing is going to look like? And what will be consistent, and that's just what I'm looking for, is that what I see is that I'm working. I'm working on my mental, emotional, and physical processes. And it's not conditional on me feeling good. It's not conditional on my situation or my environment. That at the core of my lifestyle is observing I'm doing my work. I've heard stories that the first 2 weeks after surgery are going to determine possibly the rest of my life relationship with my knee. That they're going to really dose me up with pain meds so I can do some very intense physio during those first 2 weeks, because the level of extension and contraction that I can create in those first 2 weeks after surgery is going to determine what goes on after that. Um, so if I don't do this intense work during these 2 weeks, my range of motion will contract, and it will be very difficult to expand it. As I do my hard work, as I get my range of motion extended, expanded, whatever, then of course I need to continue to do the hard work to keep it that way so it can contract. But the foundation happens in those first 2 weeks. So, yeah, physiotherapy every hour is what I heard at some level, and a lot of pain, but also a lot of pain meds. And I'll be, again, as life is, with the messages, the stories I'm hearing from outside of me about this 2 week period, or months that go on in the recovery process, is pushing into pain. And it's not pushing into pain to create comfort. It's pushing into pain because pushing into pain is a signal that I'm doing my work. And it's like, yeah, isn't that life? It's not about getting comfortable and getting secure. It's about being at peace and pushing into the uncomfortableness. And so, to me, metaphorically, based on my philosophy, it's like, yeah, it totally makes sense. So I can sit here and make this blah blah for another 10 minutes and postpone my training, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to start my training. I'll check in with you again later. I hope you're having a good weekend, and talk to you later. Pow. So I don't know. I'm I'm about 5 exercises, 15 sets into my training. And I don't know if I mentioned it in an earlier video clip, but one of the things that's also in the equation of my lifestyle right now in doing my swimming, doing my training, is before my kind of emergency surgery, October 2013, I experienced myself as relatively fit. And then immediately after the surgery, and for quite a long time after that, it's like I went from 100 to a -10, based on what I could do. Of course, I was working, but I was working to walk around on a rollator, and working to get out of bed, and working to stand up off the toilet, and that was my exercise and hard work. And now it is here a year and a half later, and in some ways, some ways I am fitter than I was before my surgery, and I never could have imagined that I could go from where I was in November of 2023 to where I am now, and where I was, swimming 3 kilometers and doing what I'm doing, and these exercises that I'm doing, they're as well or better than before my surgery. So now I know that I have a surgery coming up. I didn't know I had one coming up then. That was like, surprise. And so now I'm I'm going to have a surgery, and my relationship to all forms of training is going to change dramatically Friday evening or Saturday morning. And it'll be interesting. And I'm grateful that I have this experience. I know that I have seen people my age who have made a decision that, okay, this illness, this diagnosis, this event, this is happening, and I'm this age, and so now I can begin to move toward whatever, death, I don't know, a slower, easier lifestyle. I don't see that for me. What I see is I've chosen another challenge. I was speaking with some friends last night, and we talked about choosing our challenges and not knowing exactly what that creates for us. And I pointed out, I said, you guys chose to have a third child, and that has created some different, unique challenges. It has taken your personal processes to another level. I'm not going to have a baby, but I am going to have a knee surgery, and that's my challenge. And I think that each of us have the opportunity to choose challenges, to embrace the ones that I don't consciously choose, the ones that I create or attract or whatever, as very purposeful. And at any age, there is no getting done with this. This thing just evolves and goes on. So I will be a different person tomorrow morning based on what I think is a significant, of course, my judgmental mind says that getting out of bed next Saturday morning will be profoundly different than getting out of bed this morning. But the thing is that my attitude can be the same. My commitment to my personal process can be absolutely identical. And but Saturday morning I'll have an artificial knee, and this morning I didn't. So anyway, there's an alarm going off reminding me to get back to work. And so I'll stop now, and I'll check in again later. Huh? Pow. Okay. Let's see. That's what's left after 13 exercises, 39 sets, and 820 repetitions according to my watch. Worked hard. As I said in my previous clips, doing this knowing how different it's going to be. Well, presuming I'm having this surgery on Friday, it's reserved and it's expected. Things will look really different. I remember one of the consciousness levels that I needed to work on after my surgery in 23 was slow down, be more aware, and I know that's good. I was just going down the stairs just now with my laundry basket and moving kind of quickly, and it's like, you slow down, my friend. Slow down, pay attention, be aware. Every moment has an equal value. So it's this step is as valuable as putting the laundry in. Ego thinks that doing things are more important than the activity of getting it done. One of the things also that I'm reminded is that I don't do my work to get well. I do my work to do my work. That working is a lifestyle. How much of my healing was done by therapies and courses? I have no idea. I did therapies and I did courses. And I had what could be labeled as a significantly dysfunctional childhood and life, alcoholism, drug addiction, violence, criminality. That's my background. And I was invited to go into a lot of different directions in my recovery process, 12-step groups and therapies and courses and lots of different things. What I've recognized today, particularly the last years, 73 years old now, hey, wow. And I think I started waking up to this reality a bit more in my 60s than before then. But it is my commitment to a process that I can't define. And I was defining my process, and I was helping other people define their process, and this is what's going on, and this is where I need to go, and this is how I need to get there. And what I know for myself and what I share with other people is I need to see that I'm committed to a personal process. And it doesn't necessarily have to take some specific form that someone else says it should take. I can absolutely take on suggestions and encouragements of books and courses and individuals, but fundamentally, I need to see me working on me. And so the guy that was doing the exercises today, he is going to be in a different position a week from today, a year from today, even so, yeah. So it'll be different to see who this guy is, because Saturday next week I'll be in the hospital. Will have had my surgery. Will, I guess, begin my physiotherapy, and I will have this video behind me, and I motivate me, I encourage me, I have respect for me, I have it's like, okay, this guy, whether I'm working my ass off getting my ass off the toilet, or if I'm working my ass off pumping 10K up and down with my arms, it's like I'm working, and I see me working, and I know that my intention is more than to get there. I don't do this work so then I can run. Probably will run, probably very slowly. But I'm intending to be affected by the choices that I make. And I choose to identify the effect as opening or healing or awakening or something. But to understand that those words are just words that are used to describe the indescribable. The being that I am is not describable by my intellect and by the words that I've learned. And my process is indescribable, though I have done the best I can to describe it and encourage other people to describe theirs. And it's like, my humanity is limited to a programming of a computer. And I am not the computer, and I am not this body, my belief. And yeah. I'm going to go ahead and put this and the other 2 or 3 together in a package and send it out there. And I wish you an amazing Saturday. And yeah, fucking crazy. But I have, without intention, I have a lot of joy. I have a lot of love. I have a lot of happiness. I have sadness. I have the whole package. Fortunately, I don't have judgments that make things good, bad, right, wrong, success, failure. I'm so grateful that those beliefs are a part of my past. And anyway, I'll check in with you tomorrow. Probably, I think I got a bike ride scheduled. I say there because my bike's behind the door with a dartboard on it. And oh yeah, got some outside work to do. Check in with you then, huh? Pow, have a great night.